I'm going to teach today the lesson named Adaptation, FA4 portion for 5th standard. Okay. We will see what is adaptation, how animals and plants adapt themselves to survive in these surroundings. Okay. Now, what is adaptation? See, we know like most of the plants and animals are spread all over the world. Okay, some plants and animals live in the cold region, some plants and animals live in the desert, some plants and animals live in mountains, water, okay, and they have a special adaptation to survive and live comfortably. Now, what is habitat? Habitat is the natural home of an animal, that the place where they live is called as habitat. Okay. And what is adaptation? The process of developing special features in their body to adjust with the surrounding is called as adaptation. That is, they have a special body parts, okay, which can adjust with the surrounding to survive is called as adaptation. We are going to see different adaptation, okay, and how the animals are segregated according to their adaptation. Okay, the first one is your terrestrial. As we know, terrestrial animals, they live on the land. Okay, aquatic, the animals which live on the water. Amphibians, they live both on the land and water. They can survive in both land and water. Arboreal, they mostly spend their time on top of the trees. Aerial, they spend their most of their lives on air. Okay, these are the segregation of the animals we are going to discuss today. First, we will take about the terrestrial. Okay, terrestrial, okay, the animals which live on the land. For example, lion, elephant, deer. Okay, there are so much of example. I am just giving you a few examples. Okay, they adapt themselves, okay, to survive in the land. Okay, they breathe through their lungs. They have arms and legs which is very strong so that they can walk and run very fast. Okay, they have a very good nervous system and sense organs, that is, they can, any danger, okay, they can easily identify and they escape from the places. Okay. Next, we go to the, in terrestrial, okay, we have the animals which survive in the desert region. As we know, the desert, it's very hot climate. Okay, example, if we take camel can survive in the hot desert with some adaptation the camel is having. For example, it has a long eyelashes which protects the eye from the sand. Okay, it can store its food and water in the hump. Okay, and it can drink lot of water at one shot, and it can pass very little urine. Okay, the legs, okay, the feet, the broad feet also helps the camel to walk in the sand. As not only animal, if you take the desert plant cactus, okay, they have the leaves which is modified into spines, which helps them, okay, to survive in the desert region. That is the loss, they'll prevent the loss of water called as transpiration, and they have a spongy stem which can store the water. In terrestrial, if we take cold region, okay, in cold region, as we know, Antarctic and Arctic region, it is severe cold. Okay, polar bear, if we take as an example, okay, they have thick fur which protect them from the cold region. And seals also have the stored fat under their skin called as blubber, which helps them to survive in the cold climate, and it acts as an insulator. Okay, next we take as aquatic animal, example fish, they have fins, they help with the fins, they can move forward, they can push the water back and they can move forward. The tail, with the tail fins, okay, which can change the direction. The aquatic animals breathe through the gills, that is, the network of blood vessels will take the water inside. From the water, they take the dissolved oxygen, okay, and then leave out the carbon dioxide. Okay, they also have the scales on top of the body which gives them protection. Okay, and amphibians, okay, as I told before, they can live on land as well as in the water. Okay. For example, frog, if we take, when they survive in the water, they breathe through the moist skin. They have webbed feet they help them to swim in the water, and when they live in the land, they breathe through the lungs, okay, and they have a very strong limbs which can hop on the land. Next, arboreal animals, example, if we take monkeys, they mostly spend on trees. They have arms and legs which is very strong. Even tails are very strong which can fix, okay, and they help them to move from one tree to another. Aerial, okay, we take example as birds. Birds, okay, as we know, they mostly use their wings to fly. They also have feathers which keep them warm. Okay, and they have a hollow bone which make their body very light when they fly. They also have a boat-shaped body which can change, which helps them to cut through the air and change their direction during their flight. Okay, now these terrestrial, okay, these as we discussed, okay, the adaptation, see, like aquatic animal, if we take, okay, whales and dolphins, though they are aquatic animals, okay, they breathe through their lungs. They come on the surface of the water through the blowhole, okay, they take the atmospheric oxygen and they breathe, okay. So see the difference, though they are aquatic animals, okay, they survive in the water, but the adaptation is different, okay. Now we go into the adaptation in behavior, okay, like how they behave according to the climatic condition in various places. First one, hibernation. The hibernation is called as long winter sleep, okay, as the definition is given, the long winter sleep. The polar bears, the snakes, the lizard which survive in the cold climate, okay, they go into a long winter sleep. It is usually taken in the winter season, that is, they take lot of food in the summer, okay, and they go in an inactive state of long sleep in the winter, okay. This is called as hibernation, okay. Then estivation is summer sleep, like in desert region, okay, the snakes, okay, they are unable to withstand the summer, they go into a summer sleep, is called as estivation. Then migration, the mass movement of birds and animals, okay, moving from one region to another region, like for example from cold region to the warmer region, is called as migration. Like birds, usually they fly 1,000 kilometers, okay, from the cold country to the warmer country in search of food and shelter. And salamanders, okay, they travel from ocean to the river to lay eggs. Monarch butterflies, they travel from Canada to Mexico in the winter seasons. Camouflage, okay, this is the protection, that is, the camouflage is called as, they change the body color according to the surrounding, is called as camouflage. For example, chameleon, as we know, it can change the color according to their surrounding to escape from its enemies. And zebra, the stripes also which helps them to escape from the enemies, okay. Shells, the snails which have shell which can protect them from the enemies, it can hide inside the shell and it can protect from the enemies. Okay. Strong legs, for example, ostrich, deer and all have very strong legs. In case of danger, they can run very fast. Okay. And poison, okay, like bees, wasps and snakes have a poison fangs and stings. In case of any enemies attacking, they use the stings which has poison to escape from their enemies, and the snakes use their fangs. Okay. These are the adaptation, okay. Now we will see how the animals are segregated according to the food habits, okay. The herbivorous, that is the plant eating animals, also have a special teeth, okay, which can cut the plant and plant products, okay, and they also have molars and premolars which can grind and chew the food, okay. Carnivorous, they will eat other animals, they are called flesh eating animals. They have sharp canine teeth which can tear the flesh. Omnivorous, they have both the adaptation because they eat both plant product and animal product. They have both incisors, canine, molars and premolars. These are the segregation of the animals, how they adapt to their surrounding, okay, so that they can live comfortably. Hope you all understand this lesson. Thank you.